Hello and welcome to Lesson 11 in Be Your Own IT's computer training program. This is going to be a little bit about computer speakers. There's actually quite a bit to know about them, and that's why this lesson ended up being pretty long. And so we did a video overview to kind of hit you with the main points. So besides how they work, plugging into your sound card, plugging into the wall typically, there's a lot of different configurations of a computer speaker. You've got your standard computer speakers, which would look something like this. You've got speakers that might have a subwoofer that help fill out your audio. This for us is a must if you listen to music. And then you've got systems like this where you've got a complete surround sound system with a remote and all sorts of crazy stuff. This would be for somebody who would watch movies and or being a game enthusiast. Remember that whatever you're listening to or watching has to be in 6.1 or 5.1 Dolby surround sound for these sorts of things to really make that much of a difference. Computer speakers are actually quite interesting and they're pretty important. There are really only a few options when you buy computers. Most you see are the standard 2 speakers variations. Some have the subwoofer. Well, very few other people have the surround sound options. And the big drawback of the surround sound is an exceedingly large amount of cables. Wireless setups are preferred if you have the dough. But speakers are truly plug and play for the most part. There's really nothing to them. You don't have to install anything. Sometimes the surround sounds will have some software that will help configure things. But basically, when you get a new set of speakers, all you need to do is connect it to the power outlet and then to the back of your computer, and the color coded, usually green outlet, and you should be good to go. If you go with the 2 satellites, they're called. These are what also be considered satellite speakers. And a subwoofer isn't all that different than just the regular 2 satellites, but the subwoofer helps to provide a much fuller sound. If you listen to music or anything, or play games, anything other than your typical day-to-day user, the change can be night and day once you add a subwoofer. Full surround sound and all that. We talked about some of the drawbacks. If you watch movies now, with the rapid price drop in LCD monitors and plasma screens, you can go out to Dell and get 42-inch computer monitor relatively affordably, and this opens the door to watching DVDs, watching movies, streaming movies off the internet, watching TV, all sorts of things. For that sort of things, the surround sound is definitely a cool upgrade if you've got the room. Speakers, they add a lot to the experience of computing, whether it's listening to music, playing games, watching movies. So make sure you do your research. We used to use Altic Lansing all the time. Logitech now is pretty popular. So do your research, find out what computer speakers are good and which ones get highly rated, and try to pick one that fits your needs. If you have any questions, you can always reach us at support@beyourownit.com, where we'll be happy to answer any questions you might have.